May 7, 2015, from the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. It was WWE SmackDown. And for the main event, it wasn't a match, it was a contract signing for the Fatal 4-Way match at Payback for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And it's Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. Orton came out first, and then Romans, and then Dean, and all three were in the ring at the table with Kane. Rollins then came out to the stage atop the ramp, and he said that Kane could sign for him. Reigns signed, Orton signed, Ambrose signed. Kane said Rollins had to sign for himself, though, and Rollins made his way to the ring, insulting all three opponents for his match at Payback, his title defense. He called Dean Ambrose a low-rent Roddy Piper. He said Roman Reigns couldn't wrestle his way out of a wet paper bag, and he said that Randy Orton was spoiled and privileged because of his lineage. Rollins then signed the contract inside the ring and confronted Kane, calling him obsolete. Kane said Rollins was only the champ because of him, and then Ambrose started to set up a table in the corner, and then he grabbed the mic and he said, "We all know how this is going to end anyway. I call dibs on the table," and all chaos broke out. Ambrose tossed Mercury at the table but didn't break, because Mercury, he's not the heaviest of guys, and the table was pretty sturdy. But the Authority rushed Ambrose, and it broke down into Kane versus Roman, Rollins versus Orton, Ambrose versus J&J. Orton clotheslined Rollins over the top rope. Rollins slammed Orton's head into the steel steps. Roman tossed Kane through the ropes and then smashed his head off the announcer's table. Ambrose sent Mercury flying through the ropes. Rollins then went to Kane's aid, attacking Reigns with a double axe handle smash. Ambrose then started tossing huge chairs with wheels on them over the top rope at Mercury and missed with the first one, but he hit Jamie Noble with the second chair. Ambrose then launched himself through the ropes at Kane. Ambrose then tossed Rollins into the barricade. Kane grabbed Ambrose by the neck for a chokeslam, but Roman Reigns came running up the steps and flew off the steel steps with a Superman punch right to Kane's face to save Ambrose. Rollins then ran into the ring and Ambrose chased after him. Ambrose had Rollins locked in for dirty deeds, but Rollins forced Ambrose into the corner to break his grasp. Roman Reigns then charged at Rollins for a spear, but Rollins leapfrogged Reigns, who ran into Ambrose in the corner, but Reigns pulled up, though, so not to hurt Ambrose, and that left him vulnerable, though, for a dropkick from Rollins, which sent Reigns flying back into Ambrose. Randy Orton then snuck up on the champ and had him for the RKO out of nowhere, but Rollins managed to slither out of the Viper's clenched arms and slide under the ropes on his belly. Ambrose then started pushing Reigns as he was visibly upset with Reigns about Roman Reigns being drop-kicked backwards into him. Orton then used this opening to hit Ambrose with an RKO out of nowhere. Reigns then hit Orton with a Superman punch, and then Rollins came off the top rope as he springboarded himself for a flying knee. That set up a super kick on Reigns, and all three of his opponents were laid out in the ring as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion stood over him with his title held high. It was crazy. Just total chaos, absolute pandemonium. See, that was so crazy I can't even talk. It was just nuts. It was awesome. I thought it was a really good finish. Just so much crazy action. I was just like, what? I couldn't believe it when Dean Ambrose started throwing those big, huge chairs and he hit Jamie Noble. I was like, oh my god. And then when he came flying through the ropes, it was just freaking awesome. And throughout SmackDown, they had been teasing the contract signing as they, were doing little backstage interviews as Renee Young had interviewed all three of them throughout, which I thought those were really good spots. I thought Ambrose was cool, and he was saying about how he's like an agent of chaos, which I thought was funny because I was saying that a couple weeks ago, but I think he's probably been saying that. That's probably why I said it, so anyway, whatever. But I just thought, I was like, yeah, alright, cool. I like him more acknowledging that and talking about that more. And then Roman and his promo, I thought he did an awesome job. He's getting better and better on the mic. I thought he came off really smooth. It's like, I think they just gotta let him just do his thing. He also had a new shirt on. It was like hit hard, hit often, believe that on the back. And Randy Orton, he always cuts ill promos. He's awesome on the mic. The Legend Killer, the Apex Predator, and then Rollins too. Rollins just continues to impress on the mic. He's so good at being bad. I'm looking forward to this Fatal 4-Way. I think it's gonna be awesome. We have like 4 of the best competitors. WWE is loaded with talent. Let's get real with it. They really are, and they're doing some awesome wrestling. I don't care what anyone says. You want to hate, go ahead and hate, but really, they're doing an awesome job. If you pay attention, and just appreciate it, for what it is, not everything's gonna be exactly the same thing. It's a lot of different stuff goes on, and what they got going on here at the top of the card is pretty awesome. I said Dean Ambrose being interjected in the Fatal 4-Way makes it so much better. I was already happy when I thought it was just going to be the triple threat, but then when they put Ambrose in there, that just makes it all the better. I like Ambrose a lot, and it just makes it so much more exciting having that extra element. Like I said, already would have been cool with the triple threat, but having all 3 former members of the Shield with Randy Orton, it just makes it so much more exciting. And I definitely can't wait for Payback. It's gonna be crazy. Even right here, we saw just the chaos that ensued with all 4 men in the ring at one time just to sign the contract. Imagine what it's gonna be like at Payback. It's gonna be awesome. I'm definitely pretty excited about that. And it's going to deliver, man. I'll tell you what, that's the thing, wrestling, it delivers. It always comes through. It's never overhyped. That's the thing. Other things, they'll be so hyped up, and then when it comes time for it, it never lives up to the hype. But wrestling lives up to the hype, baby. I'm telling you, it's going to be sweet. Especially, like I said, with Ambrose in there, plus Rollins and Reigns and Orton. Man, you can't miss with that. It's going to be sweet. And this right here was pretty cool. Let me know what you thought about it, what you thought about the contract signing, what you think about the match coming up at Payback. I know I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. I don't even know who's going to win. I'm like, who's going to win? I don't know. Rollins, it seems like maybe he'll keep the title, but you never know. Orton could win. Reigns could win. Ambrose could win. Anybody could win. I don't know. Who's going to win? I just can't wait to see it. It's going to be awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. I'm definitely interested to read your thoughts and opinions. Thank you very much for listening. It is appreciated.